What's going on? I'm Shaquille Rodriguez. You're watching Heat Check, the hottest show in Gotham.
Hey guys, welcome back to Heat Check. I'm Chelsi Thomas.
And I'm Manny.
And we have another illustrious guest today. Our first model on the show.
That's her, for
Shaquille Rodriguez.
How we doing?
Hey, how's it going?
Doing
Model,
all right,
artist.
Here we go.
Thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, you're looking very lovely.
He's good.
Colorful.
He's bright up that whole room right now.
Thank
Love
you
it,
guys.
Yeah.
Thank you. You know, it's summertime. I want to shine with the sun.
It's
you know?
literally like 90 degrees.
Yeah.
It feels like
I'm
90
gonna shine
right
with the
now.
sun. I like that.
Yeah.
That's where your vibes at. I love it.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. Man.
So let's get right into it.
do
So modeling. New York, you know, center of fashion, a lot of competition here. What really inspired you to get into modeling?
Well, honestly, I woke up one day and I told myself I want to be a model.
Really? You
Like-
just like saw your beautiful
Just ready.
face?
He's ready for it. That's crazy. So you just knew.
Well, I mean, you know, growing up, I had actually seen a friend of mine actually pose for Vibe magazine.
Okay.
He actually recently just passed away.
Oh, sorry. You did
You know, he's in a better place now. So, but I saw him in Vibe, and I didn't even know at that point that it was a turning point in my life. It like low key, very low key, inspired me. So, you know, fast forward to about 3-4 years ago, I literally woke up and I'm like, I like taking pictures, you know, and I started to grow out my hair, and I got my look.
Yeah, your hair's come a long way. From like when we first met.
When we met,
Couple
yeah,
years ago.
that was like 2.5 years
Yeah,
ago.
it was starting, and then now it's like it's taking off.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
beautiful. It reminds me of J. Cole's hair.
Okay.
The progression, because like the progression of your
Yeah.
hair on Instagram. For the ladies out there, I'm gonna put his Instagram on there so you can follow him, you know. And any other models that want some inspiration, because you have some really dope photos.
Thank you.
What were some of your favorite shoots that you've been on?
Actually, my favorite, I did a campaign for the Fluid Project. It's the first genderless brand in the world. Yeah, super dope experience. Shout out to Rob. He's the owner of the company, and he's just amazing. He doesn't give handshakes; he gives hugs.
Oh, that's really nice.
So it's just all love. You know?
I like huggers too.
Yeah. So it was just this dope vibe. I didn't actually know how connected I was to the the lesbian, gay, transgender community. My mom is actually a lesbian.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Like she's been a lesbian like for your whole childhood?
Since I was like 3 or 4.
And you knew?
And you knew.
I grew up around it, so it was like a norm for me.
Oh.
But
did she ever like sit you down and explain?
When I got a little older, yeah.
What was that like?
It was an interesting conversation.
That's really interesting.
Yeah. So being at that shoot, we kind of all shared a story of our connection. And, you know, I spoke on that, and, you know, it just touched a part of my heart. So it was just a really dope experience overall for the Fluid Project.
That's dope.
Yeah.
No, it's cool, man. I mean, I didn't know that about your mom. I find that very interesting. How did that so growing up, a lot of people, I guess they kind of don't understand like the LGBTQ community. But you got to like experience it, like, and see it straight on. Like, so what's like your take on that?
Well, it just made me a lot more open-minded, especially in the field that I work in. Like, it's a whole bunch
You
of...
have to be.
Yeah, you know, it's a whole bunch of like gay, you know, happy people.
It's happiness. It's just overall happiness.
It's like, you know, you love who you love, you know, and I don't judge you for loving.
Right.
You know, so it just was an eye-opener, and it was cool. It makes me actually kind of mesh better in this industry, just being open-minded. Yeah.
Are you signed to, because I saw on your like Instagram you have like MMG, and like, is that your
That's my
model agency?
Commercial agency.
Oh,
I'm signed to
commercial.
2 commercial agencies, one being MMG and one a smaller company called O&Q.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
How's that?
It's cool. I mean, they send me out to castings, you know, very often. You know, I've gotten booked with them before. They're getting me into like movies and stuff.
Oh, dope. Oh, so you're into acting too?
Yeah, I'm getting into it. Yeah.
Renaissance man.
I mean,
Are we serious? Wow. That really took me off. I'm the Renaissance.
Sorry,
you didn't know that.
Yeah, Mr. Manny's Mr. Renaissance.
No, Mr. Renaissance.
Yeah, okay.
Jack of all trades.
Anywho,
I don't want to step on anyone's toes.
Yeah.
You're really not. And you're doing, a lot of people see Chelsi, she doesn't know versatility. Like us, we're versatile. We can do many things. Like we're diff. It's okay. Shaq's diff.
Anyways.
in today's day and age, you have to be, just multi-dimensional, I say, and you have to have multiple careers and ventures, to be successful. So I want to kind of do everything that has to do with the camera.
Yeah, and I feel like that's pretty much like you had to learn to adapt. And being a model, I guess you're adapting to different clothing lines all the time. Do you ever feel like maybe this is not your style or your fit, or do you feel like as a model you just have the confidence that whatever I wear, like I'm gonna work with, like I'm gonna be the best in it?
Right. Well, it's kind of like this. You gotta have to have confidence with whatever you wear, especially runway pieces. Like runway pieces are crazy.
Yeah,
they're just out of there.
And I know you've walked in Fashion Week before,
Yeah, I
right?
have
Cool.
a few times. It was fun, but it's like you kind of let go of your ego, and you say, this is an opportunity for me. So I mean, again, if I'm not comfortable in something, I can express that, and I don't have to wear that piece.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You have some creative control?
Just a little bit, as far as comfort goes. But I've been changed into different outfits before.
Right.
So it's kind of like finding yourself within the system of what they have.
Right,
Yeah,
but not being so like egotistic.
Cool,
I'm not wearing that
Right.
because that's not really professional as a model.
Right.
So
Did you
just
ever
finding
feel,
that balance.
Did you ever feel like intimidated by, because Fashion Week, you have a lot of like Kendall Jenner and like all those like people that take themselves really seriously.
Yeah.
But did you ever feel like intimidated because you're with like next to big names or modeling next to?
No, not really.
That's dope.
I have an interesting take on like celebrities because I worked in retail for a long time, and shout out to Woodbury Commons. I worked up there for so long, and you see celebrities kind of like all the time. So I was kind of jaded to that whole kind of thing. So seeing models at like a style fashion week or something like that is pretty normal. And I kind of look at myself as not a celebrity, but somebody that's aspiring to be, this big, I guess celebrity or
Brand.
Right? That's the word I was looking for. So I kind of I look at it as that, like I'm where I'm supposed to be.
So what exactly is your brand?
Well, I have a couple of brands.
Okay.
One being myself, Shaquille Rodriguez being the model, also doing the music. I am gonna be veering off into music really soon. I'm working on a project.
We will talk about that.
Yes. But I also have a movement named Royals in Gotham.
Cool.
And that's pretty much just a way of thinking. You should think of yourself as being royal.
I like that.
Shout out Ryan.
I like
Rooms.
that.
Yeah, my guy Ryan Rooms, he's definitely part of the Royals and Gotham family. We out here, but it's about having a royal complex. It's important to look at yourself as a king and a queen. Like Nas said, we're kings and queens. Before we came to this country.
Or Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Or Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Yeah, that's how I'm thinking. Like,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
exactly.
Royals and Gotham, that's so crazy.
Yeah, and Gotham is, a nickname for New York City.
Yeah.
Before Batman, it was, the reporters, they would nickname the city Gotham.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So, so it's just kind of very New York, but also very royal. So.
Man, that's so deep, man. I love that. So all right. So before we even started the show, we were talking, just me and you, and I mentioned like this gotta be so competitive. Like it has to be like fake people surrounded by you 24/7.
Yeah.
I know you work with Rob, and like it was like a hugging, loving environment.
Right.
But at the same time, like I feel like you're getting confidence from people like who are also your competition, who always want to see your downfall. Like how do you work with that?
Well, I mean, I feel like it stems from just being positive, right? So you just have to have this like positive vibe just for yourself. Put yourself in a positive bubble because people don't want to see you be successful. I feel like that's just a human thing,
Right.
Yeah.
you know.
They
So
want to
it's
see you
just
doing good, but not better than
but
them.
not better than them.
Okay, there,
Exactly,
yeah.
Like,
exactly.
yeah, cool. Like, always have something good to say. But
Right.
I need to be doing better.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly, and that's
Yeah.
very humane.
Yeah.
You know, like sometimes I'll be on Instagram and I was talking to my boy, and I give like a petty like, you know, like it's just a human thing, you know, and I'm a part of that too, you know. But how I kind of handle it is just it's about that confidence, you know. It's a very cutthroat industry, and there's a lot of like fake friends or you know fake friends. But it's just, you gotta just have your mission and execute your mission. It's not about those other people, it's about you, you know.
So a lot of models, you know, utilize Instagram for their come up. How do you kind of like set yourself apart from like, you know, like, because there's definitely like a spectrum of like Instagram models who definitely are like, you know, their quality of their photos is really great, and then you have just like the lower end of the spectrum where it's just like girls posting booty pics, like, you know, but also they still have mad followers,
Right.
but you can tell it's not like a
Yeah,
professional
yeah.
shoot, you know. It's just like, seems like just they're with their boy or something, just telling them, all right, spread your cheeks or something. Like,
I mean, I don't think it's that deep. I don't think it's that deep.
I don't think
But I
that's the
think-
direction.
I think I get what you're
it
trying to
seems like that's what the
Yeah, yeah,
direction
yeah.
is. Like,
There's like it's IG models, and then there's you.
yeah, exactly.
It's a
So how do you
massive
like
difference.
separate yourself?
Right. Well, I try not to, take pictures like spreading my cheeks. And shit. You know, but no, I mean, there's definitely a difference. You know, I was talking to a friend of mine, Devon. He's also part of the Royals family, and we were just talking about like this whole Instagram thing, and you know, I kind of came up with this idea that there's a difference between work and content, right? So content is the photos that you post from a photo shoot. Work is a campaign. So when you work, you get content. When you get content, that doesn't necessarily mean you're working. You know, and you know, there are some blurred lines because you can be working to build your portfolio. But at a point, like my portfolio, I have a really solid portfolio. So now it's just like, how can I make money doing this?
Right.
And I think that's what sets, you know, Instagram models apart from, you know, models. You know,
That's dope.
yeah.
Damn, man. You're diff, man. Like, it's crazy. I listen to you talk all day. For real, man. Like,
Thanks, man.
I'm still even stuck on Royals and Gotham. Like, I think that's like the excellent mindset that you need to have.
But yeah, let's talk about that again though, because so you guys are organizing a clinic.
Yes, basketball clinic.
I know the date changed.
Yes, it did. So the date is going to be July 29th. That's a Sunday. It's going to be at Henry Street Park.
Lower East Side.
Everyone's invited.
Everyone come out. We play
Yeah.
ball. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, play me.
We're,
We'll be there. We'll be there.
We're gonna have food. Shout out to the sponsors that are, you know, participating. It's just gonna be a dope event. Royals and Gotham is also just about the kids, man. We gotta give these kids, you know, opportunities that we didn't have, and just show them a different way. So
Did you play? You played ball?
I played ball in high school. I wasn't that good.
Oh, okay.
I really wasn't. I didn't get good until after high school.
Okay.
And I was really practicing with Ryan. You know, he
brought it out of you?
He would bust my ass. Like, he would bust my ass. And I was just like, nah, I can't have this.
Can't let
Yeah, I can't let it happen. He dunked on me one time,
Oh
and
my
it
gosh.
was vicious.
Y'all know Ryan gets hyped.
Yeah.
Yo, if he were here right now, he'd be so hyped to tell this story.
Yeah. I got dunked on. I got dunked on by
Yeah.
Ryan Rooms. He's a pro athlete, so I'm
Yeah,
not really
it's
that
cool.
bad.
Yeah. Fuck it, it happens.
So after that point, I started to take it a bit more serious, and I got really nice, you know. But I didn't want to play basketball anymore. That was around the time I decided to model.
That's what's up though, because I know like growing up in New York, basketball is like it's
Well,
life.
it's
It's life.
And you're tall. How
Like,
tall are you? Like 6'4"?
I'm 6'8".
Oh,
You're
you're
6'8"?
6'8"?
Yeah.
With the hair,
Whoa.
it's about 7 foot. You know, give
For
or
real.
take.
Whoa, you're 6'8"?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
He gives you like Faison vibes.
Yeah, dead ass.
Yeah,
like,
they're about the same. Like,
Face cut his hair though.
Yeah, Face cut his hair.
My roommate,
football player, kind of had hair just like that.
Oh, okay.
Not as
I think
big,
I might.
Y'all have to because y'all look alike.
Yeah.
Like, y'all do. Y'all,
Yeah.
like, no doubt. But that's what's up, though. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right, so let's venture into. So you're an artist now.
Yes.
So what type of music, what type of vibes do you like give off?
Well, so I'm gonna just go on a tangent.
Yeah.
I love music that is true, right? I love authentic music that makes you feel. So that's what I want to incorporate into my own music, just me, my real life. I feel like there's a lot of things that people don't know about me, and I want to put that into a song or into this project that I'm working on.
So yeah, you're releasing a mixtape.
Soon. It's being worked on.
Can we have an exclusive on the name?
I can't give the name out. Not yet. You know, I can't give too many.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
But also, so I want it to be true, but I also want you to smoke hella weed to my music. Real talk. Like, I want you to get super high and it just bring you to like this nostalgic kind of point where you think about a relationship or you think about this lit ass time that you had with your boys, you know. That's what I want. That's the kind of music.
I mean, we can definitely arrange that.
That's for a lot of exclusives.
Yeah, do like in studio sets, just mad blunts in rotation, just bumping.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, like a listening party.
I get a little shy when people are in the studio though.
Really?
I do.
We also got bars. Like,
do you?
Yeah, we got some bars.
Let me hear some.
We're shooting a music video, so you can be in it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm down for that.
A lot of people ask about it.
It's coming.
It's
coming. He checked season 2.
I heard some ad-libs earlier.
That's real light. I got more. I got way more.
So like, also in terms of, so your music style, you say you just want music that's true. You appreciate music that's true. But what about like your fashion style? Like, where do you grab your inspiration from? Like, you know, we're all like New York City people. New Yorkers have like very unique style. Like, especially models. Like, you guys be on some next shit. So like, where do you gather your style from? Like, what would you categorize? Like,
my style, honestly, how I dress and just my definition of fashion is dress how you feel. You know, so I really just dress how I feel. If I feel like being a bum, you know, I'm gonna dress like Yeezy.
I was just about to say that. Put on your Yeezys.
Like, I just put on my Yeezys and just bum it out. If I want to.
Bum chic.
Yeah, exactly. That's the
so how does your hair make you feel? Because like, so we've also had my friend Nico on the show. He's an artist as well.
Okay.
And y'all both have like the same similar fashion style with the loud hair. He calls himself the blonde bomber. So the hair is like, it's like a version of this, but it's blonde. So like, how does the hair make you feel? Because I know it has to be something. Because you're both artists, you both got the same style going on. Like, what's
similar, not the same.
It's similar,
yeah,
very
similar.
similar.
Yeah, I mean, my hair, it's its own kind of character. Ryan says it looks like the monster from Stranger Things.
Oh my God.
And I fuck with that. I like that.
Yo, Ryan, you're an asshole.
Yeah, he be cutting my ass. You know, I got jokes too, but let's save that for off the camera. But yeah, I mean, it makes me feel cool. Like, I'm proud of it because, you know, 3.5 years ago, I didn't know this was possible.
Yeah.
You know, and I started growing it, and there was that awkward stage where it was just like ugly. And people were like, your hair looks great. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. But it's flourished into this, and it makes me feel cool. And the maintenance is like minuscule. Like, it's like I wake up and I'm out, you know? So I really like that too.
I kind of see dreads and like just black hair as a kind of like fuck you to society, because very often like black men and black women's hair, they like, you know, professional environments and like society, they try to like control what we do with our hair.
Right.
You know, so this being like free and you being free is like, I love shit like that. Like, anytime I see a guy with dreads in the street, I'm just like blessed, you know? Like, like I much respect, because like, it's really, especially as a black woman, you know, it's very like
It's
daunting.
free,
Like when people like, I used to go to interviews and I used to be like, all right, for the interview I need to have weave in, you know. And then when I got the thing, I'll just have like my braids or like faux locks and stuff, you know.
Right.
So it's very like, it's a big, you know, like struggle that Black people have to deal with.
Right.
So it's very inspiring.
Oh, thank you. You know, I think that the world is changing, and we're kind of pushing this envelope of just accepting Black culture. And it's happening in fashion. You know, music, it's happened already, and it's even trickling down to, you know, the corporate side. Like, I see a lot of corporate dudes just wearing more casual clothes. You know, and wearing the bum chic and baggier clothes. Like, fashion is kind of going that route, and it's just like, you know, finally you guys are acknowledging that we run this shit.
Exactly.
You know, like,
Exactly.
we got so much influence.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
you're finally
It's
giving
really
us
true.
credit
Exactly.
for it.
Like I've been wanting to get this tat for like mad long, and I was like, you know, like, I can't get this tat on my forearm. Like, people are gonna be like, oh, this aggressive ghetto Black girl, you know. And then I was like, fuck it. Like, I'm gonna do this. Is a beautiful tat. Like, if you think this is ghetto, that's a problem. That's your problem. That's not my problem. Like, So it's like upset. I agree with you that things are getting a little more just accepting in like the workplace of like Black culture.
Black beauty is accepted, like you said, Black music is accepted. All right, so now we talk about your music. So what's next in the fashion sense? Like, when's your next like runway walk? We're gonna come like watch the show.
Yeah, I would love for you guys to
that'd
come.
be
That
dope.
would be sick. That would be sick
That'd be
for sure.
sick.
Next is Fashion Week. I'm about to start preparing for Fashion Week again. I have a love-hate relationship for it at this point, but it's just really beneficial to kind of get, you know, new and upcoming models and designers in one room and kind of network and feed off energy.